Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm checking out the SBN SBN-GV68 smartwatch, available for under $60 online. So, two things. One, I got this because a guy named Eric recommended that I check it out, or he wanted to see a video. And by the way, I have it in black and green. And I do want to thank Senbono for sending this out, because I asked them and see if I can get one for review just to try it out, and they sent me one. So this is the watch itself, but the bands should be inside. In the box you get the black and green bands, silicone bands, the smartwatch user manual, which looks pretty useful. It has a lot of information in there. The notes on here, you can pause the video right now if you want to take a look at that. I'm not going to go over it. The charger here, which is 4 pins. So the bands have a little button here. Not button, I should say. I can't really find the word for it. But yeah, it just goes in here, and people say it's easy, but it's actually kind of tedious sometimes. So you have the magnetic dock here to recharge it, heart rate monitor in the middle, the speakers on the side, and then the power button's also on the side. So this is how the watch looks on my hand. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the color. I honestly think at first it kind of looked a little bit ugly with the bezels. The bezels are pretty thick compared to other watches I've used. I guess it's kind of growing on me because in a way this kind of looks like a fitness watch. So for that reason it would be acceptable. There's also a black and red one which I would have preferred having, but the watch face is not something that I like too much. Let's see if we can change that. I do like how it shows the pedometer. I've taken 300 steps now. The heart rate, which I haven't tested out, otherwise I'd be dead. It shows the distance of how far I ran and the time itself. Let's see the other ones they have. So there's this one here. It's in pink, so I think that would be suitable for the pink band that it comes with. The other one, yeah, so the rounded ones, okay. So there's rounded ones on here. I'd prefer if they were fully squared so that it fills the whole thing. But I guess the black bezel and the black screen, or the black part of the screen, kind of just camouflages. It's not ugly, but it's not too unappealing at the same time. This one is just not, that one, there's just too much going on in that. I guess this is the best one. This is the most simplest one out of all of them, so we'll just stick with that. So you can swipe from left to right to go into the apps, swipe from bottom to top to go into the apps, or top to bottom, and then swipe back. So any way you go, it'll take you to the apps. So the first app we're introduced with is settings. So you can click on Bluetooth settings to connect with your phone, and then swipe from left to right to go back. Then there's clock, so you can pick the clock types and the clock timing. There's sound, so we'll check out to see. You can also vibrate and ring, or choose vibrate, however you want. You've got to look into volume and see. Ring was at 4, so it wasn't at its max potential. Yeah, that's not bad. That's fairly loud, I'll say. Then we got the display itself, so okay, so I guess you can change the main menu style. Never mind that, you can't. I don't know why it's even there. Then you have brightness. You can set it all the way to 5. And I checked this outside. I just went into my balcony and I set it to 4. And you can actually see the screen pretty well outside. Now, granted, it's not a full sunny day out, but I guess it's decent if I show you really quickly. I think it's decent outside. Then you can have a screen timeout all the way up to 60 seconds. I'll keep it at 30. Then you got international, units, and then motion. Motion is what I want to see here. So you can flip to mute incoming call, flip to mute alarm. You can have the wake up gesture is what we're going to try out in just a moment. And then shake to answer the call. And then we have apps. So you can uninstall all the apps you install, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. You can reset it if you want. And then the about. So it is GV68. And by the way, I'll have the full specs in the description fairly quickly. It takes about a second delay, a little less than a second, I want to say. Not bad. This is the QR code to connect to the application for your phone. So I got it connected to my phone, relatively simple. Just turn on Bluetooth, you'll find GV68, or you can turn it on here. And the first thing that comes up is that someone sent me something, and I have the option to block this app from sending any notifications, so that's a good thing. And then you get another notification just now. This is real time. But the phone here, you can click dialer, and the dialer is actually somewhat big. And then you have the phone book, call history, messaging. So let's check out messaging really quickly. So when you go in messaging and you click on one of the notifications or one of the older messages, you can reply quickly by saying something like this, have something ready made. Then you can, if you want to call them, you can on the side. I'm gonna make a quick call here. Hello? Okay, so I just finished that call. I had some trouble hearing him after a certain point, so I just switched to my phone. So it's not it doesn't get too loud, the speaker on the side, but at least it doesn't block it like another one that I've used. Then you have health here. I use the heart rate, and my heart rate is 73. And to use it, you just click the heart on top here. Then you have the pedometer. It says I've taken 382 steps so far. The sleep monitor, sedentary, and then drink. It's just the silly thing that tells you that you need to drink 2.5 liters of water a day. Then you have remote on here, so if you want to use the remote camera on your phone. Yeah, it's weird, because like when I click capture, it just raises the volume. I think I have to configure some stuff on here. And then you can listen to Bluetooth music, so... Oh, this remote device doesn't support... Oh, that's unfortunate. So the only thing that really works is the volume, to raise or lower the volume. And this is the second time it's happened now that it disconnects to my phone. So this is telling me, these are signs that this is maybe not a great device. You may want to skip out on this. Anti-lost here, and then you have tools here, so you have the alarm if you want to add a new alarm. Calculator, so I like how it has big buttons. Then you got the calendar. The other thing I like about this though is that it is square, so it blends in pretty well with the calendar and some of the apps. And then the stopwatch on the bottom. Then you have your notifier, so it tells you when things are connected, and you can, like I said before, you can block extra stuff or extra applications. But yeah, I mean, wow, this is like really unresponsive sometimes. So far, I must say, this is not a great device. I'm actually, compared to other things I've used, yeah, this looks like a decent choice for fitness, a little bit of fitness, but I also recommend checking out the #1 G8 smartwatch. Now, the one thing is, I believe that the pedometer isn't accurate on this compared to this, so if you want something like that, then yeah, I guess I would recommend this. But yeah, if you're looking for a cheap budget smartwatch, keep your eye on the #1 G8 smartwatch. I made a video of it, I'll have a link down below or a card somewhere. Not a lot of features are compatible. If it was cheaper, then I'd probably recommend it, but because it's at the price it is, there are other options like the one I showed you before just now. So I hope this video helps you out.